In the labyrinth of life, we often find ourselves at crossroads where the path ahead is clouded with uncertainty. A few years ago, that's exactly where I stood. Picture this: a mailbox full of bills and the sinking feeling in your stomach when you know your bank balance isn't up to the challenge. Overwhelmed, stressed, and disheartened. That was my daily reality. However, there's a silver lining in every situation. Though it wasn't an overnight miracle, I slowly but surely found my way out of the financial fog through grit and determination. Today, my aim is to become the guiding light for others who find themselves in similar straits. In this video, I will unravel the top 10 rules that acted as my North Star, guiding me toward monetary stability and success. But first, a small request. If you find these insights valuable, consider giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and ringing that notification bell. Your support aids us in reaching out and making a difference in many more lives. Are you ready to embark on a path leading to a remarkable transformation of your financial future? Well, seize the opportunity and take the plunge. Number 1. Track your spending. I get it. Life gets busy, and sometimes monitoring every expenditure feels like another task on a long list. I've been there. Thinking small purchases like a coffee or a takeaway wouldn't make a dent. However, these expenses added up to quite the surprise at month's end. These small daily expenses often accumulate and impact our budget without us even realizing it. Keeping track isn't just repetitive advice, it's foundational to financial awareness. Visualize your finances as a jigsaw puzzle. Each expenditure, no matter its size, is a piece contributing to the overall picture. When you consistently note your spending, you see patterns, helping you identify areas for adjustment. That daily coffee or frequent online shopping adds up more than you imagined. By tracking, you aren't restricting, but empowering yourself with insight. This clarity lets you enjoy your treats, confident they fit within your financial canvas. Recall the wisdom of Peter Drucker. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. It's more than just a saying, it's a principle. Recognizing where our money goes lets us steer its direction with intent. So whether you're swiping a card or making an online purchase, jot it down or log it in a budgeting tool. In the future, you will be grateful for the clarity and control.
You can't manage what you don't measure. Don't know where to begin unless there are metrics that help provide some guidance, help them understand what are the important things for them to do.
Number 2. Embrace budgeting. Budgeting often feels like the financial world's gym membership, acknowledged as essential, yet frequently avoided. Is it the dread of paperwork? The hesitancy to face economic truths? Or the misconception that it's restrictive? From personal experience, I once dodged budgeting, thinking it was tedious. However, viewing it as a navigational tool rather than a chore changed everything for me. Initially, there might be hurdles, learning new software or confronting overlooked expenses. But as you persist, it transforms into a routine providing insights into your financial landscape. The beauty of budgeting emerges when you start reaping its rewards, like enjoying a guilt-free vacation or exploring a new hobby. Far from curtailing freedoms, a budget enhances them. It's vital to approach budgeting with patience. Mistakes will happen. Overshooting a budget occasionally is natural. The aim isn't flawlessness, but financial awareness and progress. So envision budgeting not as a constraint, but as a blueprint guiding you towards your aspirations. Number 3. Control impulse spending. In today's digital age, tempting purchases are everywhere. That stunning pair of shoes, the latest tech gadget, or an irresistible sale. The ease of online shopping, paired with enticing ads, often pushes us to buy without pausing. But here's a tool to help: the 1% spending rule. If you're considering an item that costs more than 1% of your annual income, take a day to think about it. Why does this work? Well, impulsive desires can cloud our judgment. A 24-hour pause allows the initial excitement to wane off, giving room for rational thinking. Many of us know the sting of buyer's remorse after a hasty purchase. Giving yourself that day makes you more likely to make choices that align with your actual needs, rather than momentary wants. Consider this: Funds saved from avoiding impulsive buys can be directed towards bigger goals, whether it's a dream vacation, a new house, or comfortable retirement. Warren Buffett wisely said, "If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need." The 1% rule isn't just about curbing expenses, it's about intelligent spending.
And what the bare-ass minimum is the minimum expenses that exist for you to exist. And that's not the travel and the fancy spending or the whatever your vice is. That just is like the mortgage payment, the rent payment, the car payment.
Number 4, save patiently for the big purchases. Temptations are everywhere. A massive TV, a designer handbag, or the latest gadget. Ads entice us, and the itch to instantly purchase is real. Yet consider this. Immediate gratification might lead to subsequent financial stress and buyer's remorse. Instead, adopt a structured savings approach for these luxuries. This method not only enhances the pleasure of the eventual purchase, but it also allows for reflection. By the time you've saved enough, you might reconsider the item's importance or even find a better deal. Saving over time achieves more than just financial wisdom. It nurtures patience, discipline, and intentional spending. So the next time a flashy ad tempts you, consider the lasting joy of thoughtful, purposeful purchasing. Number 5. Discover the riches in finance books. Here is a valuable insight. The world of finance books is more exciting than you might think. It's not just about graphs or dense jargon. Instead, many offer a trove of real-life stories, invaluable advice, and actionable strategies. Think of these books as maps to hidden financial treasures. These treasures, they're insights and lessons that can guide your financial path. There is no need for adventurous antics, just a cozy nook and perhaps some tea. The adage goes, the more you learn, the more you earn. By absorbing financial knowledge, you're arming yourself with strategies to traverse the complex realm of personal finance. These books distill years of experts' experiences into pages. Investing a bit of time in reading equips you with their hard-earned wisdom. For newcomers, there are countless accessible and engaging finance books to begin with. The journey starts with that first page. Immerse yourself, learn, and let that knowledge empower your financial choices. After all, when it comes to finances, knowledge is not just power, it's paramount.
I'd encourage people to read a lot of books. Basically, try to ingest as much information as you can and try to also just develop a good general knowledge. So you at least have like a rough lay of the land of the knowledge landscape.
Number 6. Streamline your monthly bills. Monthly bills can be deceiving. A glance at month's end might have you pondering, where did my money vanish? It's a common sentiment. Consider monthly expenses like a tempting cookie jar. One tiny expense seems harmless, but collectively, they can strain your budget. Streaming services, subscriptions, and the like may appear trivial individually, but they sum up quickly. Here's the silver lining. You can adjust many of these costs. Scrutinize your outgoings. Are all those streaming services necessary? Forgotten subscriptions? Time for a reduction.
This is a reminder to go through your bank statements. So recently I was going through my bank statements and there were a couple of subscriptions in there that were going off that I did not need nor use, all right? So you go do the same and cancel the ones that you don't need.
Frugality isn't about total deprivation. It's about making reasonable choices. Dine out once a week instead of 3 times. Delve into home cooking. It might be a delightful, cost-effective alternative. Ultimately, it's about strategic balance. Directing your money with intent provides financial tranquility. Remember, wise spending often trumps earning more. As the proverb advises, beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a giant ship. Address those leaks and navigate your financial journey with assurance.
If you're working in something where you're living off your paycheck from week to week, you want to have a little cash around, and you certainly don't want to have a credit card that's maxed out or anything like that.
Number 7. Homecooked Meals, a treat for your palate and pocket. The scent of a home-cooked meal is comforting, and it's a delight for more than just your senses. It's a blessing for your wallet, too. Regular dining out or daily coffee runs can devour a surprising portion of your budget. Occasional indulgences? Perfectly fine. But daily habits, they can strain the purse strings. Embrace the adventure in your kitchen. Cooking at home lets you command the ingredients, quantities, and taste. And here's a hack. Map out a weekly meal plan. It's budget-friendly and ends the recurring "what's for dinner" debate. When shopping, stay faithful to your list to sidestep those spur-of-the-moment buys. And on days when cooking feels like a chore after a taxing day, remember there's a trove of easy, quick, and irresistible recipes out there. Moreover, the act of cooking can be a delightful stress buster. Play some tunes and let the culinary magic unfold. Home cooking isn't solely about penny pitching. It's a journey of crafting habits, cherishing moments, and providing nourishing meals. As Virginia Woolf aptly put it, one cannot think well, love well, sleep well if one has not dined well. So relish the delights of dining in.
Hey Frankie, what are your top 5 tips for saving money on meals?
That's easy. The first thing you gotta do is cook at home. The second one is you gotta reduce waste. 30% of American groceries go in the garbage. That means you're losing theoretically 30% of your money. Cook and eat everything you buy. 3, shop seasonally. When things are in season, that means there's a lot of them growing, and that means the price goes down. It's econ and cooking 101. 4, there's a lot of really smart people whose job it is to sell you something that they tell you is saving you time, but it isn't. These are the pre-made foods. Don't buy them. You're paying the man to do a job for you, and it costs more money. 5, there's no two ways about it. Meat is expensive. If you try to cook more veggie dishes than meat and fish, you'll save money.
Number 8. Break free from the chains of debt. Picture this. You're strolling in a sunlit park when suddenly a heavy chain binds your ankle, halting your progress. This chain symbolizes the crippling weight of debt. Intense, right? Debt, especially with soaring interest rates, feels like an anchor. It binds your financial journey, making strides difficult. But remember, no chain is unbreakable. With resolve, discipline, and strategy, you can regain your freedom. Start by confronting your debt head on. List every balance from minor credit card debts to substantial loans. Prioritize high interest debts. They're the ones gnawing at your finances most viciously. And just paying the minimum? That's like barely chipping at the chain. Evaluate your outgoings. Can you forego some non-essentials? Redirect those savings towards clearing debt. Switch your mindset. Prioritize savings and debt clearance over unnecessary spending. And when you make progress, celebrate. Each cleared debt is a stride towards financial liberty. Aim not just to break free, but to avoid getting trapped again. Embrace wise spending habits, live within your means, and let's journey towards a debt-free horizon together.
We're all about getting out of debt because when you free up your income, you can invest it, you can build wealth, you can do so much with your income versus it going back out to car payments and credit cards and student loans and all this. But then there's that other element. There is something that happens in the human, I think, body, mind, spirit, soul, when you are just free, when no one else, when you don't owe anything.
Number 9. Tame the credit card temptation. Think of credit cards as the adult candy store. Alluring, shiny, and seemingly limitless. But much like indulging in too many sweets leads to a stomach ache, overusing credit cards can sour your finances. Credit cards aren't the villains. They offer benefits like building credit and earning rewards. The real mischief begins when they morph from tools to crutches, funding lifestyles beyond our means. Swiping that card feels effortless. A new outfit here, the latest tech there. Yet every swipe is a loan, and with loans come interest. If you're routinely unable to clear your balance every month, it's a glaring sign to reassess your habits. For those often swayed by impulse buys, consider using cash or a debit card. It ensures you spend only what's in your pocket, curbing that buy now, ponder later mentality. And if credit card debt looms large, it may be time to temporarily tuck that card away. Setting and respecting a budget is vital. With spending limits, the crutch of credit cards diminishes. Remember, they're tools, not traps. Before every swipe, ponder, is this a need? Can I truly afford it? Warren Buffett advised, do not save what is left after spending, spend what is left after saving. Let this wisdom guide every credit decision. Number 10. Embrace the power of a spending fast. Have you ever considered a detox for your finances? Well, enter the spending fast. Much like a diet where you skip the junk to feel healthier, a spending fast is about temporarily cutting non-essential buys to rejuvenate your finances. No, it's not about quitting all spending. After all, bills wait for no one. It's about pressing pause on the extras for a while. Those daily lattes, the occasional impulse buy, or the spontaneous night out. They can silently chip away at your budget. During the spending fast, prioritize essentials, your rent or mortgage, utilities, and groceries. Everything else? Take a short break. Even if it's just for a week or a month, the insights you'll gain about your spending habits can be transformative. Benjamin Franklin wisely remarked, "Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a giant ship." A spending fast illuminates those tiny, often overlooked leaks in your financial boat. Once you spot them, you're better equipped to avoid future pitfalls. So challenge yourself with a spending fast. See where your money truly goes and equip yourself with the knowledge to make smarter choices in the future.
James Brunner said, you have to be the CEO of your personal life before you can be the CEO of a company. So making sure that you're managing yourself before you can manage anyone else.
Right. Yeah, it's so important.
We've uncovered some powerful money managing tips today, and I hope they light your path to financial freedom. Remember, every wise decision starts with a single step. If you've learned something new or have your own wisdom to share, well, drop a comment below. Please give us a thumbs up if you found this valuable and consider subscribing for more insights. Your support keeps this channel going. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to our next financial deep dive. Until then, stay money smart.